and Weekender number 10. Let's call it number 10. That's what it is. And a little reminder of what's coming up on the TV box this weekend, brought to you by Sugar House Distillery, the OG sponsor of the TV10 podcast. Ask for it by name wherever you are. Some movies out on video on demand if you want to rent or buy. The Brutalist with Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones. Looks like a bummer, but anyway, The Last Showgirl also looks like a bummer, starring Pamela Anderson and Billy Lord and Dave Bautista in his wig. And also on video, rent or buy on demand, Mufasa the Lion King. No interest in that whatsoever. There's a new series premiered on Wednesday called Good Cop, Bad Cop. It's a CW co-production kind of original starring Leighton Meester and Luke Cook as brother and sister, and they're detectives in a small northwestern town. Not a bad little show, kind of funny. And also starring in here is Clancy Brown, who makes everything better. And also we have a new season of Reacher, season 3 of Reacher, no relation to Tracker. And I'm not a Reacher watcher, but I'm sure it's great. Thursday also came out, 0 Day, Robert De Niro. He's a former U.S. president who's been called back into duty to help with a devastating cyber attack on America, because who better to figure out the computer box than the 81-year-old guy? That makes little to no sense whatsoever. Also out this weekend is Pantheon. It is a animated sci-fi series. It premiered on AMC Plus in 2022, and no one noticed because it's AMC Plus. And now it has been picked up by Netflix for season 2. The first season is also there. It's about a young woman who's getting help online from her recently deceased father, played by Daniel Day Kim, because his consciousness was uploaded to the cloud. And that's weird right there. And 1,000 Blows. It's a period drama from a Peaky Blinder creator Stephen Knight. It is on Hulu. Dives into the world of illegal bare-knuckle boxing in Victorian London, following characters based on real life but little-known figures. All 6 episodes available probably as you're hearing this. And coming up on the weekend, on Sunday, we don't have a new Saturday Night Live this weekend. I think we've had a Saturday Night Live overdose this last month. I think we need a break, and I think they're going to give it to us. Good for them. On Sunday, Grosse Pointe Garden Society on NBC and Peacock, created by the people who brought us Good Girls, which ran for 4 really excellent seasons. I believe that's on Netflix now. You should check it out. Grosse Pointe Garden Society follows 4 members of a suburban garden club. Anna Sophia Robb, Melissa Fumero, Ben Rappaport, and Aja Naomi King. And there's a murder. There's a murder in suburbia, which is, there's your hook right there. Murder in suburbia. Why not? And the long-awaited, by somebody, Suits LA, new series based on the Suits that from years ago on USA Network, that within the last couple of years has inexplicably blown the hell up on Netflix. And so they decided, well, let's capitalize on this and let's make a new Suits with Stephen Amell and Josh McDermott and various other people. Looks like it's going to be kind of a case of the week procedural thing with these lawyers that are in LA now, not in New York. And stopping by to guest star people like Patton Oswalt, Enrico Colantoni, Maggie Grace, and Brian Baumgartner, aka Kevin from The Office. And we'll see how this goes. I don't know. This could be NBC's smartest move ever, or its dumbest move ever. Let's find out. Also, that same night, also on NBC, it's going to be a packed night on Sunday. The Americas. It's a wildlife documentary voiced by Tom Hanks, and it's from the people who did Planet Earth 2. And looks. If you're into the nature, this is the show for you, probably. And also the second season premiere of 1923 on Paramount Plus. That's the one with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. It's about they're facing this description makes it sound. I didn't really watch the first season, and I don't think I'll watch the second season. But their family is facing pandemics, a drought, the end of Prohibition, and the Great Depression in 1920s Wyoming. And I think the most depressing note of all of that is Wyoming. Why would you be in Wyoming, especially in 1923? And wanted to tell a little bit about the mentioned Saturday Night Live a second ago, the 50th anniversary show. 3 goddamn hours, and they managed to pack it pretty well. I think first of all, let's go to the musical, The Homecoming, the music that was on Valentine's Day. Really good, great musical performances. It was on Peacock Live, and I think it's time to put David Byrne out to pasture. Hate to say it, but they gave him way too much time that they could have given to anybody else. Anybody else could have used that time much better. But Post Malone with Nirvana. Wow, didn't see that coming. And Utah's own Post Malone, I forgot to mention that. And not a bad job, not a great. It was like a garage band karaoke kind of thing. He did okay. And they did play "Smells Like Teen Spirit" and the hits they refused to do on the Fire Aid Benefit Festival last month. Or was it 6 months ago? This has been the longest year ever, and it's only February? Yeah, it's only February. But getting back to the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special, lot of great stuff. They managed to squeeze damn near everybody in, and take a shit on Rob Schneider at the same time. If you haven't watched it yet, you'll be wondering, well, you probably won't be wondering, where's Rob Schneider? Because no one gives a fuck. But when you get there and you start noticing all of the cast members they got to come in for this thing, and Rob Schneider is conspicuously absent until it's a compilation of problematic sketches that you laughed at, so you're just as guilty as that Saturday Night Live is. Problematic sketches from the past, and that's where they just tore Rob Schneider very subtly a new one there, and pretty good way to showcase Rob Schneider. Why not? I'm trying to think of anybody who did not appear. Dan Aykroyd, I didn't see him live there. Bill Murray was there, and who else? Who else could have? I don't know. Victoria Jackson? Is she dead? I don't know. Is she dead or MAGA? That should be a new game show. That could be a great Saturday Night Live sketch. Lauren Michaels, you're welcome. Have at it. Dead or MAGA. And I believe Victoria Jackson is MAGA. Not quite Roseanne Barr MAGA, but, kind of out there. And, who else could... They got damn near anybody who was worth a shit in the studio. I didn't see Rich Hall. Where was Rich Hall? Julia Louis-Dreyfus was there somewhere. It must have been. No Rich Hall. And where's the Sniglets guy? No Sniglets? Come on, bring on the Sniglets. No Janine Garofalo. Now they're coming to me. No Janine Garofalo. I think I saw Robert Downey Jr. for a millisecond in there somewhere. No Joan Cusack. Of course, we got Eddie Murphy. We got a whole lot of Eddie Murphy. Probably one of the highlights of that show is Eddie Murphy doing a Tracy Morgan impersonation, and it is fucking spot on. Beautiful. Anyway, if you have not seen the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special, watch it on Peacock. It's 3 hours, but it's a pretty tight 3 hours, pretty much. And for you, I also have a movie recommendation here. See, I went to the theater for the first time since probably 2023, maybe. Last time I went to a physical movie theater, was to see Cocaine Bear, because of course you can't just watch that on the small screen. You got to have the full experience. But that was like 2023, maybe 2022. I don't know. Anyway, I don't go to theaters because kids. But I did go to a $5 Tuesday screening, early afternoon screening of Becoming Led Zeppelin. Now, I thought I knew everything about Led Zeppelin, but no, there's plenty I didn't know. I didn't know how accomplished both Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones were at the time. Very young, just like barely, not even in their 20s, I don't think, when they started Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page was already a seasoned session musician at the time, as was John Paul Jones. and they had like real jobs and everything. And John Bonham and Robert Plant kind of bounced around from band to band. They didn't quite have the pro experience that the other guys did, but fantastic movie. Go watch it in a theater, really loud. IMAX, not IMAX. I don't think it would make a hell of a lot of difference, but I sat right up front. And I just, much like I did back when The Song Remains the Same came out. And the thing about, the spoiler about the Becoming Led Zeppelin is that it delves extensively into the early years, even childhoods of these guys. And I don't think this is a spoiler. It ends at 1969 with the release of Led Zeppelin 2. And at first I was like, first of all, it's a 2-hour movie, blew right by, didn't even notice it was 2 hours. And all of a sudden, bam, credits start rolling. I go, oh shit, we're done? This is the end? And I think I made sense of the title, because this is Becoming Led Zeppelin, not Led Zeppelin turning into a 70s overdose. 70s Zeppelin got a little dodgy in there, but Zeppelin 1, Zeppelin 2, both really fucking solid albums. And I'd say Zeppelin 2 is when they became Led Zeppelin, so therefore the title makes sense. I get it now. It's not the full story of Led Zeppelin. It's just up to a certain point, and what a fucking amazing point it is. All sorts of footage I've never seen before. They have an audio interview with John Bonham before he died in 1980. It's just fantastic, and I highly recommend it. And go see it somewhere where you can just crank the fuck out of the volume, because that's what it needs. Anyway, that's enough for my TV Tan Weekender. This is brought to you by Sugar House Distillery. I'll also mention Outlaw Distillery, Ogden's own distillery, Bohemian Brewery, and Boozetique. I'll bring you the TV Tan podcast most every week, and we'll be back in your earballs, as Negin Farsad says, on Monday with the new episode. I don't think we have a guest this weekend, but we'll see. Anyway, on that note, good night, America. TV Tan Weekend.